So we have seen how to integrate with CodeCommit from both command line and from our IDE. And in this slide, we'll just talk over migrating to CodeCommit if you are using another server for your source control. The first case is that you are migrating from another Git server. So you are hosting your files on GitHub, for example, and you want to migrate this to CodeCommit. In this case, you can clone your remote repository. So you already have your Git clients, you already have your Git tools. So you can clone your remote repository. You can import all projects and then disconnect from the remote repository. And then you can push the local projects, the disconnected projects from your original Git server to CodeCommit repository. Definitely it depends on how many projects you have and how big the data it is. You can do this in increments, you can do this in stages. However, this is the high level steps that you would take to move your projects from another Git server to CodeCommit. The other case is that if you are migrating from a non-Git version control system. In this case, you have to migrate to Git. If there is a straight path for your version control system to migrate it to Git, you should follow this path. Otherwise, you should just import all of these projects in your local development environment, disconnect them from the original version control system, and then as you have these projects local to your environment, push your projects to the new repository you have created on CodeCommit. Again, it depends on the number of the projects you have and the size of the data. However, these are just the high-level steps you would take to migrate projects from another version control system to CodeCommit. You can also host your content on CodeCommit. So if you have any documentation files or any static files or any sort of content that you are looking to maintain on a highly available, scalable source control for sharing or for just versioning, you can utilize CodeCommit for that. And for that, you will have to see where your content resides. If it's on your local machine or on some sort of server, you have to install Git client on your local machine or this server. And then you can simply use the Git commands with your credentials or the credentials you create for this purpose to push all of your content to the created or dedicated repository on CodeCommit. So there's nothing specific to CodeCommit when it comes to migration. It is just high-level steps that you would take, and generally it's just disconnecting from your current version control system and then replicating your code into the new repository you create on CodeCommit. So that concludes our deep dive in CodeCommit. We have learned how to create repository, how to use the repository from command line and from development tools, how to trigger notifications, and how to integrate this with other services like Lambda and SNS to open the door to integration with any other service within AWS. Thanks for watching, and for our next section, we will start discussion on code build.